Going live. Okay, it looks like we are live. So hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today we are joined by the one and only ZakPak to chat about all things Nintendo. Oh, I just got a text message. I need to silence my phone. Yeah, we just wanted to do this quick. Well, might not be quick. We'll see. But a stream just kind of chatting about Nintendo stuff we're looking forward to, upcoming games, and that sort of thing. So, hello, welcome to the stream, everyone. ZakPak, how are you doing this fine morning / afternoon?
I'm good. Hopefully not sounding like a robot, but
Yeah,
I'm
let
doing
us
okay.
know. Let us know how it is on the stream. Hopefully, it's all good, because we did a test stream beforehand and it seemed fine.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Luke, DJM, Segan. How are you guys doing? Oh, sound good?
Yeah, cool. I just checked it out and it looks like it sounds great. So, all right, cool. Well, yeah. Hey guys, DJM Sketch, Real Mango, Sagoon the Pikachu fan. Hello guys, Luke W, Ellie Carpenter. All right. Yeah, I'm glad this is all working. It was quite the technical accomplishment, getting all this going. There's like 3 softwares going at once right now, so this is great. So Zach and I got a little list of stuff we want to go through here, just kind of an outline for all the stuff we want to talk about. But it's going to be pretty relaxed and casual, I imagine. We'll probably answer your questions from the chat, just kind of throughout the stream or in between topics. So should be pretty good. So the first thing we got right here that we want to talk about, we thought this would be a good kind of starting point, is what games we've been playing as of late. So Zach, what games, Nintendo or not, have you been playing recently?
Let's see. Well, last night, as some of my viewers know, I tried out the what was it? Five Nights at Freddy's
That's
Help
right.
Wanted.
I saw that stream. That looked like fun.
Yeah, besides getting the poop scared out of me, not literally, it was fun. I mean, I only ever had originally like I only had experience playing like a couple of the actual games, and I like this one more because it felt more realistic, like with actual 3D models and all of that. So it's a lot creepier, it's a lot cooler. So I've been playing that. I've been playing the Disney classics with Aladdin
Nice.
and Lion King. That's really really good. And I think that's really. I mean, I've been playing some Battle for Bikini Bottom for my Rehydrated Relief
Mm-hmm.
streaming stuff that I did a couple weeks ago or last week. But other than that, been not had much time for gaming. How about you,
Cool.
Chris?
Yeah, same here. I've been playing. It's just kind of been all over the place for me. Hello, Lightning Quiz 7, by the way, just joined. But yeah, I've been playing. Well, first off, I've been playing through Thousand Year Door slowly but surely, and I've talked about this a couple times on some streams in the past couple weeks. I'm doing it along with Game Explain's like game club that they're doing. So like every week you do like a new chapter, and they all play it too. And then at the end of every week they talk about the chapter, so you can almost like play it along with them and then hear their thoughts. I think that's a pretty normal thing, though. I don't think they really coined that. But yeah, so that's been cool. And then I've also been playing a lot of Jackbox with a group of with some family and friends. And man, that game is fun. Like Quiplash and Fibbage. That is like the most
Oh
I've laughed playing a game in a long time.
yeah,
That's how much
Fibbage
fun
is
Mario
great.
Party should be. But unfortunately, Jackbox is just it's like another level. It's pretty fun.
So good. I love those
Um,
games.
yeah, those games are the best. Hello, Joseph. By the way, Big Boss, welcome.
Hey Joseph. Hey Big Boss. Lightning Quiz. Oh yeah. Hey.
But yeah, that's pretty much all that I've been playing. I've also been playing through Ocarina of Time very slowly. And the Japanese version, which is especially hard because I cannot read. I can't like tell where I'm supposed to go next. And even though like I've played the game before, it's still tough, you know, especially in the adult era or the adult portion, because it's hard. It's hard to know what to do next already, and then when it's in Japanese, it's pretty much impossible. But yeah, that's pretty much been it for me for games that I've been playing. So yeah, what games have you guys been playing? Let us know in the chat.
I think
Um,
DGM said something. Yeah, he said he's been playing Final Fantasy 15.
ooh,
Um,
nice.
pretty good. Yeah, and Clubhouse games. I didn't get Clubhouse
Me
games.
neither. I didn't get that. Did someone mention that in the chat, or did you just remember that?
Yeah, no. DJM said he was playing it as well.
Okay, how is it? Because I'm curious because like I've heard I'm hearing like mostly positive stuff about it, but I know I'm not gonna get it just because I'm not too interested in it personally. But I wonder if it's if people actually do really enjoy it, or if it's just kind of like it's all that we're really getting at the moment. So like that's why everyone is so loud about it, right? Like if this came out in a time where a ton of other Switch games were coming out, like I don't feel like people would be talking about it as much.
Yeah, like, and I think people like are very like they're taking in the novelty that like the bowling looks like Wii Sports Bowling, and the tanks looks like
Yeah.
We Play Tanks. Like people are comparing it to that, which is I think why
Hmm.
people are interested in it, because they're like,
Yeah.
oh, remember Wii Bowling back when the Wii was a thing? Like think
Right.
about that, and like, as if it's a retro thing. Like it's so weird,
It's true.
but yeah, that's what people are thinking, and I think it's gonna fizzle out in the next month or so. I mean,
Yeah.
it's already kind of fizzled out.
Yeah, I mean, I think so too. I'm glad that it's here. You know, it seems like fun from what I can tell, and it seems like a lot of people are enjoying it. So I'm glad we have something, or some people have something. But yeah, it's and I've seen the footage of the bowling for example, and like it looks like fun, but it also looks like it doesn't have quite the same like charm as some as Wii Sports, because like you don't have all the Mii's around, you know, celebrating. And I always used to love in Wii Sports like throwing the ball backwards, and the
Yeah.
camera would spin, and you could see everyone just like jump, and I don't know why, but that was always so funny to me.
Like it's the little details that like
Yeah,
'cause, like
for
people like
sure.
I think with people like us, like, when it comes to how we appreciate games, how we like games, like we always like appreciate the little things, those little details. And
Hmm.
I feel like you probably get this as well, where it's like when you criticize a little detail that doesn't look good, you get called a nitpicker. But when you
Yeah.
praise all the little details, it's like, okay, you're fine. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, you definitely have to pick and choose what you're vocal about in pretty much every single community that is a fan of anything ever, which makes sense because people love stuff. You know, I love stuff. There's
yeah,
stuff that I get mad about when people nitpick that I love, but I think also nitpicking is a lot of the time what makes games good, or the product of nitpicking, right? It's about those small details a lot of the
yeah.
time. Lightning Quiz 7 says Mii's aren't as much as a staple as it used to be. Yeah, definitely. Someone else also said Nintendo stepping away from Mii's. Yeah, I mean, the only real place that Mii's exist anymore is in your user profile on the Switch, right? I mean, there hasn't even been a game that has used Mii's in quite a while, except like Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which you can play as a Mii, unless I'm
Yeah.
totally forgetting something.
There's also Smash Ultimate,
Oh yeah,
but I mean that
Smash.
doesn't count because everything comes back in Smash Ultimate.
That's true. Everything's in Smash Ultimate, so it's like
Yeah, be a bit
don't
awkward if
even
they
need
didn't
to.
have knees on the
Hmm.
Switch. If yeah.
Yeah. So,
Let's see. Joseph
um,
asks, "Are you excited for Hydrated?" We'll talk about Rehydrated in a bit.
yeah.
Um,
I mean, that's actually that's our next topic up on here. But is there
oh,
anything
oh, it
else?
is. Oh,
It is.
hey,
So I think that works great.
I guess it does work out.
Yeah, Zach, you want to go ahead and answer that question first? Are you excited for Rehydrated?
No, I don't see the appeal of Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's such a
Yeah,
kid's game. No,
it's
um,
for little kids.
it's for wee little kids. But no, I'm super
No, yeah,
excited about it. Like it's like my childhood coming back for like a modern platform. It's I don't know. I mean I'm hoping like I'm hoping that it does good, that to where it gets like a actual good sequel that it
yeah.
really didn't get before, because the movie game doesn't really count. But yeah, I'm excited for it. But I think the more interesting answer would come from Chris, as someone who's never played the original game.
Yeah, I did a video about this like a month back or so. But I was talking about how like my perspective on Battle for Bikini Bottom is kind of different than I think most fans or most people who are excited about it. Because I feel like a lot of the people who are excited about it are people who grew up with it, or not even grew up with the game specifically, but who even watched SpongeBob to begin with. I didn't grow up with the game, nor did I ever even watch SpongeBob as a kid. So I'm just totally coming from it coming at it with the perspective of like I am totally unfamiliar with not only the original game but the source material. Um, Yet I'm super excited about it from the trailers and from everything I've heard, and I think that really says something about the game and about just the quality of the game from what we can tell so far. The fact that even I am excited about it, and I have no connection or really no reason to be excited about it besides the fact that it's a 3D platformer, which does definitely add to it for me. Because we don't get many of those nowadays, so I'm super excited for Rehydrated. Probably not as much as Zach, but I'm still very excited. Yeah.
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 I mean, you'll love it. I mean, you like 3D platform. It really, like, once you get into it, it really does remind you of Mario. Specifically, I'd compare it to Mario 64,
Okay.
because with Mario 64, you hop into paintings and you enter these worlds. It's
Yeah.
kind of the same deal. You go to these taxi gates to get brought to these worlds instead of stars. that are scattered around the world. You get golden spatulas, and it's very like Mario
Cool.
64, and it's it's a great game, and I hope you'll love the soundtrack. The soundtrack is one of the most notable things about the game.
Well, I don't know much. I don't know. I haven't heard much of the soundtrack, but for that video I did about Bikini Bottom, I I looked up some songs from the game to have in the background, like a track beneath while I was talking, and just from the little bit that I heard, just from doing that, it sounds really nice. So yeah, you were talking about how it's similar to Mario 64? Would you say like is the mission structure itself more similar to 64 or Sunshine? Because like in 64, you can enter the level having chosen to pursue a specific star, but you can get like other stars while you're there. Whereas in Sunshine, you have to get that one. Like you enter the level with a specific mission in mind. Which one is Battle for Bikini Bottom?
It's like 64. You have so like, I mean, I guess it's minor spoiler territory, but not really. Like, so the first level you go into is Jellyfish Fields. Your main objective is to get jellyfish jelly for Squidward. So that's your main objective. That's the main spatula you get. But throughout the level, there are other spatulas there that you can get that you are able to do while you're completing the level. So you don't have to go and get that spatula, leave, and then come back. Okay. It's all in the level. And there's some where you have to get an ability later and come back with that ability.
Cool.
But that's the only instance of having to leave later and come.
Like Mario 64.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Does it take? I'm asking these questions just because I have no idea, and I know you know, and I'm very curious. Does it So is there a hub world?
Yes, and there is a hub world. I think that's more so comparable to Isle Delfino, where it's like an open land.
Awesome.
And there are different places where you can enter each level. It's
cool. And then does it take you back to the hub world after you get each of the spatulas?
No. When you get like basically you can get as many spatulas as you want, and then you return to the start gate and leave the start gate. So basically you get to each world from like by a taxi where there's a gate by the start in the hub world. Okay. In the hub world, there's taxi gates to go to each level, use the taxi gate, and then there's a taxi gate at the level, and that's your starting point.
Yeah.
So you come back to the starting point to leave the level. Unless you choose the fast travel option in the pause menu.
So it's more like Odyssey, how you get there and you can just collect, like in Odyssey, you can just get moons, you can get the golden spatulas. You don't get one and then it knocks you back to the hub world and you gotta come back. That's really cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, we're both pretty pumped for that game. CJ Destroya, welcome.
Hey there.
And let's see. Did anyone mention anything about? I don't really know SpongeBob well. Lightning Quiz 7 says I was never really into it. Yeah, me neither. But I'm still pumped for the game for some reason. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was into the earlier seasons of SpongeBob, but it kind of lost me after a while. I mean, granted, I grew up as well, but
yeah. This might be a silly question, but is the show still going?
It is.
Okay.
I think they're on like season 12 or 13 or something.
Okay. I had no idea. No clue. But I know they made they've made like some live action movies or like half live action, sort of.
Yeah.
CGI.
There's a movie coming out in August, actually, I believe.
Cool.
So.
All right. What's next?
Paper Mario.
Yeah, so next up is another game that's coming out fairly soon, although a little later, and that is Paper Mario: The Origami King. So yeah, I don't know if our thoughts on this game will be quite as like crystal clear black and white, but I think like overall we both, well, I don't want to speak for you, but like overall for me, I'm excited for the game, and sure there are like little things that I wish were different, but the game, I mean, it's pretty clear the game's gonna be great. The soundtrack looks great, and there's a lot to be excited about for me, minus a few specific issues, and it's just hard because like I've seen there are so many different sides of the argument, like in regards to this game. Like I've seen people get so mad at other people for just having for like, you know, saying the characters should be more unique, right? And that's a very valid point. Yet people just get demolished for saying those sorts of things. So I feel like I have to be very careful. Like it's kind of sucks. But so yeah, I mean overall there are certainly some nitpicks like we were talking about earlier, and I think they're important nitpicks for this game.
Yeah.
But you know, positive overall. Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I mean that's the thing with nitpicks. We're not nitpicking to nitpick. We're nitpicking because we want the game to be really, really good.
Yeah, because we know it can be good because it's been good before, you know. So. Yeah,
like I don't know, but yeah, with Paper Mario. I mean, first of all, yeah, opinions you have to be very careful with. Like I remember
Yeah.
last year, like in around April time, I said, "Oh my god, I would love for Banjo Kazooie to be in Smash Brothers," and everyone was like, "Oh my god, that's never gonna happen. Just shut up and move on." Look
That
where we
was
are now.
that was me. That was me with Waluigi. Although I think that actually isn't going to happen.
Oh,
But you never know.
you never know. But I mean, we see like especially with Paper Mario, everyone like, for example, Arlo, right?
Yeah.
Arlo loves Thousand Year
Oh,
Door in 64.
yeah. I love Arlo, by the way. You just said that,
Arlo's
and I
great.
just love Arlo. He's awesome. Anyways,
He's a
continue.
great little puppet. But
Mhm.
anyways, he got like he loves Paper Mario the originals so much that he had a petition to get
Yeah,
Thousand Year Door remade,
I
and it
signed
did
it.
really well. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that just shows how many people love the older
Yeah.
styles of Paper Mario. So if we don't want rinse and repeats of Color Splash and Sticker Star, we really want to see the more unique charm of the first two, and even Super Paper Mario to some extent.
I love Super Paper Mario.
It's a great
I will
game. I like
happily,
it.
yeah. But I get it. A lot of what people say about that game, it makes sense. But yeah,
Yeah, someone informed me in my comment section about the idea of having like uniquely designed characters. Apparently, that was a decision, or not having uniquely designed characters was a decision from Miyamoto himself.
yeah. So I remember hearing about this back in the day. I don't know if it was necessarily as early as Sticker Star, but a while back, yeah, I heard the news that like apparently all the decision to have all the toads and to just have the game kind of contained to the Mushroom Kingdom for Sticker Star was a decision from Miyamoto. And I also think like I also feel like that decision wasn't just for Paper Mario itself, or at least if it was, I feel like it also trickled out to other games too, because that was also around the time when what was it? When I'm blanking on the game. When it was like when the Mario Party boards, like for 9 and 10,
Huh.
suddenly became like like the kind of just new Super Mario Bros. Standard themes, and also like Super Mario 3D Land became very formulaic, and they just kind of like I don't want to say dumbed down, but just like started applying a lot of that kind of formula, that simplicity, not really spanning beyond the Mushroom Kingdom universe for a lot of their games at that time. And I feel like Paper Mario was one of the worst kind of examples of that. I think it really hurt it. It's just like, and I understood that from their perspective, like at the time, because like for the 3DS games, like I liked Sticker Star because I thought it worked well for a handheld system. It's more kind of simple story and everything. Like in hindsight, I would have wanted it to be something more, but at the time, I was okay with it. But just the fact that it's remained that way all the way up until this point is really what baffles me. They're still sticking with that kind of just those usual Mario characters and everything, and it's interesting.
Yeah, and I feel like it wouldn't even be bad if they kept it to regular Mario. Like for example, right? Let's look at not Color Splash, Origami King, right? Look at the battle system. You see the audience, all toads. They couldn't have thrown in Shy Guys or Koopas and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff in the audience. And even with the enemies, like why don't we see Birdo? Why don't we see?
Yeah, I miss Birdo.
Yeah, why don't we see other unique, maybe not even unique, but other Mario characters that are in
Right.
the Mario universe that just don't get any representation? I haven't seen Yoshi yet. Like,
Yeah.
where are other unique Mario characters?
Mhm.
Like, I don't know. There's so many that they could use.
Yeah, like I miss the days when like Dry Bones and Birdo felt boring. Yeah, like felt like so typical. Like I miss that now. You know,
Yeah,
we don't
and
even
now
have those guys anymore.
that role's now been given to Toadette.
Exactly, and all the babies.
And all the babies and the
Um,
Koopalings. Yeah.
Okay, I gotta answer a question that someone asked. Lightning Quiz 7 said, Joseph asked. So I haven't checked out Clive and Wrench yet. I
What's Clive and Wrench? I have no clue.
it's
I
a
think that was
game.
brought up yesterday.
Yeah, Joseph brought it up yesterday in the stream, and I still didn't get to checking it out because, to be honest, I had a lot of work to do both after the stream and this morning. It's been a little hectic, but I'm going to check it out, and I promise I will. And you do not have to keep pestering me about it because I promise I'll do it. Appreciate it though. I'm excited about it. Anyways, Paper Mario. Yeah, I don't know what else there is to say. I mean, tell me again, like your thoughts on whether or slash when you're going to purchase it, based on what we know, based on how you feel right now.
I'm probably gonna get it day one.
Cool.
Just so that because I already know if I don't get it day one, people are going to be like, all right, why didn't you get it? Like, I'm just gonna get day one, make life easy.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll play it. Like, I'll probably stream it like on Twitch or something, because I actually put a poll up on my Discord server yesterday, and because I want to stream more when it comes to playing games, and I was like, should I do YouTube or Twitch? And a lot of people chose Twitch, so I'll do that. But yeah, I'll probably like play through the game and all that, and
Cool.
what about you?
Yeah, it'll be day one for me also. Just cause honestly, I'm excited about it. You know, despite everything we feel about it, I'm super pumped for it. One and two, I don't know. I'm excited about the game. I still want to play it and see what it's all about, and so I may as well do it. Besides, like, there's not a whole lot of games right now, so
Yeah, we're pretty dry. But there's actually one other thing about the Origami King I think we should mention, or at least I'll ask you, because I don't even know your full opinions on it as well.
mhm.
The story, like, do you want more out of the story than just Origami King takes over Mushroom Kingdom, Mario has to save the world? Like, do you want like a little more like of depth to the actual story?
Yeah, definitely. um,
Okay.
I mean, like, it's a good start what we've seen. I think it's great. And there's one scene that I talked about that it didn't seem like anyone else really cared about, but there's one specific shot that I noted in my reaction where it's like Mario and what's her name, Olivia, are sitting, sitting in this dark environment, and there's just like a light shining on them, and they're just like sitting there, and Olivia's like, I don't know if I can go on much longer, and it looks like a pretty like intense kind of like dramatic scene, which so I think that sort of hints towards some kind of story
Yeah,
stuff, because if you look at like Nintendo's characters in their games, as of recently, or at least Mario in Mario games, like the characters never really say anything negative, right? They try really hard to make things positive oriented. Like even in New Horizons, one of the English translators, I think it was, talked about how the line about like the sea bass being like a C plus. The line used to be something like, darn, it's a C minus, but then Nintendo wanted them to change it to, oh, at least it isn't a C minus, or whatever it is. I have no idea what it is, so that it wasn't like more negative sounding, which is kind of an interesting thing. And so to see like in a Mario game, what looks to be Olivia like really struggling and like outright saying that, I think that's a good sign of like a good story, when it's not all just like happy-go-lucky the whole time, but there's some real character depth and hopefully development to come out of that little moment there.
Yeah.
Joseph says, I'm sorry. No, don't be sorry, man. I'm excited to check it out. I'm sorry at myself for not having looked it up any sooner. I've just got a lot going on right now, so don't worry
Trust
about
me,
it.
I get that. Like, things have just been super. I mean, that's why, like, because like CC Media and I, like, actually, obviously, they don't know our like personal conversations, but like for the past few months, we've been wanting to do
Yeah.
more live streams, just more stuff together in general. But as you guys know, everything's crazy right now. The world's
Yeah.
crazy. We're busy. Like, there's a lot going on.
For sure. Yeah. But this is working out pretty well.
Yeah.
I mean, a big hurdle for us to overcome has just been like the technical aspect of like how do we do that? And so now that we kind of got this figured out, I think it'll be much easier for us to do this sort of thing in the future, which is great. So
Yeah. Here's hoping.
yeah. Lightning Quiz 7 says sorry at yourself. LOL. Exactly. Nintendo trying to be so happy-go-lucky. I wish Nintendo would try to go into more dark areas. Yeah, that's what I love about Thousand Year Door. Like, people talk about, the partner system or the battle system, including partners, and everything, the locations, the music. But really, what I love most about Thousand Year Door, playing it again right now, is man, Nintendo is by no means happy-go-lucky. Like, it tackles some very mature themes. I mean, Rogueport, the first town you visit in the game, it ain't no Toad Town. Rogueport is like, it's full of thieves. And in the very first like cutscene of the game, Mario straight up gets pickpocketed and robbed, and you got to go find the guy. And there's a noose sitting in the middle of the town, and it's just like, I miss that, and they wouldn't do that again today. And I think honestly, playing the game right now, I'm realizing a big reason why Nintendo hasn't brought Thousand Year Door back properly is because there's a lot that they would have to kind of bring back a bit. Like, there's a whole scene, I mean, the whole thing with Tech, the computer, at the place where Peach is being held captive, right? I mean, he forces her to dance with a clone of herself that he puts his mind into so that he can experience what dancing is like. It's just a lot of kind of weird suggestive stuff that flied back then, but wouldn't really fly right now.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm in the same boat. I mean, obviously, Segan in the chat brought up Luigi's Mansion. I'm not gonna get into that
Yeah,
conversation, but I mean, in Luigi's Mansion one of the ghosts was a 7-year-old girl who died in her sleep. Like,
yeah,
that's that's pretty dark.
yeah.
Like,
And like it makes sense, that they don't have that stuff anymore, right? And I also think during those GameCube games, GameCube days, like Nintendo was trying to be more mature because there was the Xbox and PlayStation, and they were trying to like get that audience back because they had sort of gotten a reputation for being for little kids at that time. So there's all sorts of factors that play into that.
yeah, I feel like that should be what they're doing with the Switch though. After the Wii and the Wii U, like
Yeah,
the Wii U being this plastic kitty console, they want to appeal to everyone. I mean, I don't know. Like my perception is not every game should be dark, but every
yeah,
game should be appropriately themed. Like Luigi's Mansion, it's a spooky game where Luigi's in a haunted house,
mm-hmm.
should be dark. Paper Mario, instead of RPGs with really like edgy kind of creepy stories, it should be a little bit dark, not
Yeah,
too dark, but they should be appropriate levels for
yeah,
whatever game. Like for example, like 3D Mario games should not be creepy.
yeah,
They should be more open and fun and,
for
have
sure.
their moments, but not, I don't know.
Yeah, makes me think though. There are a few exceptions, I think, or examples of Nintendo like still kind of leaning into that more kind of edgy kind of mindset from their recent games. Like what comes to mind for me is Breath of the Wild. I forget what exactly the details are, but there's a side quest in Kakariko Village that I'm gonna say if you haven't done it. It's not a huge spoiler because it's just a little side quest, but the game's been out forever. There are these kids who run around like at Kakariko Village, like shouting, "Mom, mommy, mommy!" Like they're looking for their mom, And you talk to one of them, and they're like, "Mommy's just playing hide and seek with us." And then, like, if you go talk to the dad, he reveals that the mom died like a long time ago, but he's afraid to tell his kids, and so they think they're just still looking for mom playing hide and seek, and it's really dark, sad stuff. And it's totally not even apparent, It's not at all part of the game's overall story, but it's just something that you can find, and it's like, wow.
And that just adds to the world building,
Oh yeah,
because not everything in the world is happy-go-lucky. So being able to look at this world like Breath of the Wild that just seems so beautiful and so amazing, but then going into little Kakariko Village and talking to these people and seeing the little dark things that go on, it
yeah,
really adds the emphasis of that this is like a real world. Like,
yeah, for sure. Definitely. That's what I love about Majora's Mask. I mean, that game barely even has much of like an overall story. I mean, it does. It does have an overall story with Skull Kid and everything, and the four giants. But like, what really makes that story and just like the world itself feel so weighted is the side quests and the characters. So
yeah, like that's what I love about Zelda games in general. Like I've never been a big fan of like the gameplay of Zelda because it's not my style. But
yeah,
the story of a lot of the game, like
yeah,
Majora's Mask, is literally like my guilty pleasure when it comes to story and atmosphere and all
for
of
sure.
that. Like I haven't beaten the game still, but it's just like I want to go back. If they brought it to the Switch, I'd.
Yeah.
Want to talk.
No, that actually brings up an interesting point because I'm the same way. I actually, I actually don't enjoy the process. I don't enjoy a whole lot the process of actually playing Zelda dungeons. Like, I don't really enjoy puzzles in games and whatnot. But what brings me through it is just the atmosphere and the world building and the music and everything. And 3D Zeldas are still some of my favorite games of all time. But it's not even because I really enjoy playing the bulk of the gameplay of those games, which is the dungeons. Like, it's not even something that really appeals to me. Yet there's just something about Zelda that just has captured my attention. And so it's a really fun game, fun franchise.
And I
So
hope Breath
it.
of the Wild 2 really does capture a lot of that. Like that, I really want Breath of the Wild 2 to be the Majora's Mask of the two.
Please, yes.
Because I do you wait? Which one do you like more? Do you like Ocarina more or Majora more?
Dude, that's a hard question. I think I like Ocarina more just because of how much it does for the lore of the series, and I think it's just I think I just love the idea. I don't want to say how it ends. I mean, it's a really old game. I should just say it, but the way it ends, I think, and how it leads into Majora's Mask and eventually Twilight Princess, I think it's just such an interesting story with how the time travel and everything, and how he saw the world through an adult's eyes, but he's forced to be a kid again. But because he's technically an adult now, he doesn't need Navi anymore, and so he can't go back to. It's so cool. I love it. So I'd say Ocarina, but Majora's Mask is really good too. So yeah, you're a Majora's Mask guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I am one of the only people. Like I could not get into Ocarina of Time.
Mhm.
I played. Like I started playing it. I played it for maybe like an hour or two. I just put it down. I'm like, I'm not getting into it.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to play it more. But I mean, in my like for me, it's like if you're playing a game for an hour or two, like I think at that point you should at least be starting to get into it. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just a me
Yeah,
thing.
it's true. No, I mean I started Ocarina a couple times before I played it and really got into it as well. I mean I do feel like it is very much a game of its time, right? Like I mean it was great at the time, but like if you go back and play it today, not knowing how much of an impact it had, like it could be a little slow or just not designed the way games are designed today. But I think it's just like hindsight really made me realize how great Ocarina of Time is. So yeah,
Yeah.
I guess that's it for Paper Mario,
Paper Mario,
which we
yeah. A little bit off the rails there, but
yeah, it's all good. So next up, the next thing we want to talk about, well, we'll probably answer some questions in chat in case there's anything, but our next topic is talking about any other games or events that we are excited about with regard to Nintendo, or I guess really any gaming stuff at all, because there isn't much Nintendo stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
so what, I mean, besides Origami King, for the most part, and Battle for Bikini Bottom, what other games, if anything, are you looking forward to, Zach?
Oh, there's actually quite a bit.
Really?
And funny enough, most of them might not even be Nintendo.
Mm.
Um, I think one of them is definitely is confirmed Nintendo. The other two, I'm not quite. Actually, no. Okay. Anyway. First of all, well, we talked about this the other day. The new game that got announced, Lost in Random. That game looks amazing.
Yeah, that's like the Tim Burton kind of one.
Yeah,
So
I'm
cool.
genuinely interested in that game. I don't know much more to say about it. My channel doesn't care about it because that video views
That
not great.
sucks.
Yeah,
That stinks.
it really stinks. But I mean, hey, I'll cover it. I'm excited about it. But yeah, that game. Um, there's a. Have you ever watched Harry Potter?
Yeah, I watched all the movies.
Yeah, there's a new Harry Potter like game. I don't know if you heard
Mm.
this story. It got leaked, like a legit, not like, oh, I'm gonna type something on Reddit. No, it
Right.
was like someone actually took footage of a trailer and it
Whoa.
got leaked, and then Warner Brothers Interactive confirmed that it was
Ooh.
happening. Like it,
Okay.
it looks legit. Like, it's legit. It's like you get to customize your own character. You go to Hogwarts, and then like a story develop. It looks
Whoa.
awesome. Like it's pretty legit.
That sounds
and
really cool.
and apparently it's supposed to be talked about in the next few weeks because it still hasn't been officially announced.
Right.
Like it was confirmed but not officially announced. So I'm
Mhm.
excited. I want that to come to the Switch so
Oh
so
yeah, I hope so.
so badly. There's talks about it being like a next gen title,
Mhm.
but I want it on the Switch. Guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
There's also Little Hope, which is the next in the Dark Pictures anthology series. Man of
Oh.
Medan, the next one in that series.
Okay. Yeah.
So like same people did Until Dawn, Man of Medan.
Mhm.
I'm excited about that.
Cool.
That's not coming to Switch though. And there's a new game based on Doctor Who. Don't know if you've watched that. It's a sci-fi. It's a weird sci-fi show. It's really really corny, but I love it. There's a video game. It's coming to the Switch next year.
Cool.
Yeah. But other than that, I mean, Nintendo hasn't really said much of anything about any games that are coming out. So I mean,
know.
we can plug in the 3D Mario remasters if they happen, but I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean the topic that we were going to do after this is like what we hope for the rest of the year, and I'll just throw that out there cuz it falls under both categories. The 3D Mario remasters for me, that's like the main thing that I'm excited about at the moment, even though we don't even know if it's true. It just seems like such a not Nintendo thing for Nintendo to do. So we'll see, but I really hope so cuz I love those games. I grew up with them. What else?
People are talking about the Smash reveal Monday, which
Yeah.
I didn't really like Arms too much, so I'm personally, unless it's Helix, because I like his design, it looks really really weird and really really cool. Unless it's him, I personally won't be interested very much.
Yeah.
or maybe Bite and Bark, right? Isn't it Bite and Bark, the
Oh right.
robot cop
The guy
dude?
with the dog.
Yeah. Other
Yeah.
than that, I won't be too interested. I might do a reaction, but I won't.
Mhm. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. It looks I'm excited to have an arms character in there. I mean, it's better than I think that's more applicable to me than a lot of the other recent fighters they've added for DLC, because I played arms and I love it. I'm not like super pumped about it. I'm not playing Smash religiously anymore. So, but it's cool. I'm glad they're still adding stuff to it. I'm glad Sakurai's staying busy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess it's one cool thing about the Smash Bros. DLC is that they really do seem to have like a fighter for everyone. Like, because
that's for
you said
sure.
like there weren't really many fighters in the last pass that you really cared about. So now you your arm character that I mean
Exactly. And if an arms character is coming, that might mean that promotes the idea of more first party content. Direct Nintendo characters, which is super exciting to me. Maybe not to a lot of other people, but I'd love to get. There's a ton of other Nintendo characters I'd love to have, like Geno from Mario RPG, and a lot of other Paper Mario characters, including Paper Mario. That'd be cool.
yeah. I
Or
just don't feel
Geno
like they
isn't from
do.
Paper Mario, but
I
yeah,
don't feel like they do like actual like because like a lot of people are saying that it's possible they'd actually have Mario from Paper Mario, and I just don't see that happening because you have Mario, you have Doctor Mario. Like
I
I
know.
don't know if they add another kind of Mario to a
Yeah.
DLC mix, like where you're buying the character. Like who'd want to buy another Mario,
Hmm.
even if it is Paper Mario? I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm completely off there, but
I mean, there are 3 links.
true.
But yeah, for DLC, I'm not sure.
I mean, you know how mad people got about Byleth. I don't know how
Yeah,
people would react to another Mario. I don't know.
it's
We'll have to
true.
wait and see on that.
I still want Waluigi, and I will happily admit that.
I mean,
Even though
yeah,
people are
same.
gonna rage because I said that for some reason, which I still don't get.
Like, it's a character that you
Yeah,
want. Like,
I
who
want
cares?
Waluigi in the game. I like him as a character.
Yeah, I want King Boo in the game. Doesn't mean,
Yeah,
like, I don't know. I'll answer this question really quickly. Joseph asked, "How do
yeah.
you feel about the new Dalek design?" It's good. I know you won't get it, Chris, but it's good. I like the new Dalek designs in Doctor Who. But okay,
No idea at all. Oh, it's Doctor Who. It's Doctor
Doctor
Who.
Who.
Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
you should watch it. At least the first
I should.
for 5 seasons.
I don't know if this is similar at all, but I love Sherlock.
Sherlock, it's very similar. Like, yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, it's not Sherlock Holmes and
Hmm.
sci-fi kind of different, but yeah, if you like Sherlock,
I love
um,
Sherlock.
the first couple seasons are kind of corny. I mean, all the seasons are kind of corny, but corny in a good way. Like they have charm.
Yeah. I feel like I have a good capacity for cheese. I like cheesiness in shows and movies.
Then you'll love Doctor Who.
Okay,
It's very
like
corny. It's
I'm
very
watching
cheesy.
a movie and like someone's like, "Oh, this is so cheesy or cringe or whatever," and I'm just like, "I'm loving it. It's great. This is fun."
Then yeah, then you'll like Doctor Who.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
Um,
all right. What's next?
well, yeah, what's next? So the next step, but yeah, I can't think of anything else that I'm looking forward to. Really, I mean, I'm looking forward to whenever we hear more info about Breath of the Wild 2 or the Breath of the Wild sequel, which is kind of wild considering it's been a year since we first got that trailer.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy. But yeah,
I'm just hoping it doesn't get the Metroid Prime 4 treatment, and it's like, yeah, we kind of goofed. We announced it too early. Like,
yeah. But I mean, like, the Metroid Prime announcement had no indication that the game, to the extent to which the game had already been built or completed. Whereas that Breath of the Wild 2 trailer, I mean, that's a whole environment that they created. It looks polished, it looks like it's pulled straight from the game. And so I'm wondering, if they had that already, surely they didn't just build that cutscene to knowing that they were going to use it to, show off the game and then build the rest of the game later. Like, surely it means that some of it was already completed, so.
true. I just wonder, I mean, because didn't we, with the original Breath of the Wild, didn't we get a trailer that, like, showed, like, Link and, like, the Guardian, and that was, like, years before the game came out?
That's an excellent point. Yeah, it's
So-
a Link chasing the Guardian, and then he jumps off the horse and shoots the bow and arrow, and everyone thought Link was a girl. That's true. That was some very complete gameplay, yet it was like 4 years before the game came out.
Yeah, but yeah, says back in 2014. Wow, was it really that long ago? 6 years ago?
Jeez. What was I doing 6 years ago? I was like 12. was like 11. That's so weird to think
Oh
about.
my god, really? Oh my god, that makes you. Hold on, wait, how 6 years ago? I'm 22. I would have been 16.
Yeah. Man.
Oh my god. Oh, and Segan says we also have Pokemon next week.
Yep.
I don't care much about
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Snap was a cool reveal.
Yeah, I'm excited about Snap.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should have put that in the games I'm excited for, but I mean, it is Pokemon Snap. It's not like a big major game. It's like, oh, take pictures of Pokemon, cute, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not at all looking forward to whatever Pokemon thing is happening next week, just because I'm not a Pokemon guy. I don't play it, so yeah. What else? All right. Well, next up we've got hopes for the rest of the year and beyond. I guess we've sort of talked about this. For me, it's the 3D Mario and then info about Zelda, and preferably a release window would be really cool.
Yeah, I mean, obviously that kind of stuff. Because with with the Mario thing, it's like, all right, we kind of know about I mean, first of all, we just don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, exactly. Which
So
hopefully it is. Fingers crossed.
Yeah, it's like, is this gonna be like another thing like we had a couple years ago with Star Fox, like Star Fox Grand Prix? Like everyone was
I remember that.
Yeah, everyone was so convinced that was true, and
Yeah.
then here we are, like 2 years later, whatever, But what I kind of want, kind of going off of DJM's point, he just put in right really quickly. I want to see more of the smaller, unique titles, because here's the thing, right? I love 3D Mario's and Zeldas, but for me, what makes a Nintendo console are the smaller, like the Mario sports games or Mario Party. Like those are the games that make a Nintendo console for me, because every Nintendo console has the big Mario, has the big Zelda, but it's the other games in between. Like there's no WarioWare yet, the best party game that you could have. It could be used because WarioWare, it uses the hardware so well. Like WarioWare Shake It.
That's so true.
WarioWare, the one on the Wii.
Oh yeah, that was the Wii one, the platformer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And then the DS one, you use the touch screen. The Game Boy Advance had like a gyro thing, so it uses the hardware so well.
And it can use the Joy-Cons. So it's such a creative way.
Yeah, let me pull up a Joy-Con here. There's this thing, the camera thing that Nintendo never uses. There's HD Rumble. There's just so much that they can actually use to make a good WarioWare game. And by God, make Mario Party good again, for God's sake.
Yeah, I mean DJM's point that make another Mario Party, but make it good. Like I seriously feel like, I think I said this in a video. I think it was like in our Hey Listen or something that I did with David. I was like, Nintendo, make a new Mario Party if it's gonna be better than Super Mario Party. But honestly, I don't want Nintendo to make another Mario Party if it's just gonna be like a sequel to Super Mario Party, like the same old. Like I seriously don't even care by that point.
True.
Don't even try. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that they'll take, because Super Mario Party sold really, really well. So I'm hoping that they take that and okay, what can we improve upon this, and then actually improve upon it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like DJM said, 4 boards is unacceptable in my opinion, especially since there wasn't any update or whatever.
And the boards themselves are awful, to be honest.
Pathetic.
They are utter bad. I didn't know what to say. I was gonna. I should.
They are utter. Okay. I'm reading the brainwaves here. I got that.
Yeah.
Have you still never played Mario Party 6?
Yeah, I haven't played the GameCube ones.
Because you mentioned your Hey Listen. I remember Mario Party 6 theme came up. I'm like, this is Snowflake Lake. Let's jam. And you were stumped. I was like, no, Chris, come on. Friends, come on. But yeah, I kid you not, if I ever go down to Texas, I'm bringing down my copy of Mario Party 6. And we're jamming.
Also, bring an extra GameCube controller because one of mine has drift. So
hold on. I'm taking you on a journey over. Okay. Look how many GameCube controllers I got.
Oh my God. Wait, how many is there?
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in there. I got my Wave Bird. I got a SpongeBob. I got a Silver. I got a lot.
Dang, that's like me with Wii remotes.
Dude, which one of them just dropped? Yeah.
That's awesome. That's cool. Well, yeah, I mean that'd be great. Yeah, I my Mario Party that I kind of grew up playing was Mario Party 8, which to
That's a
this
good
day
one.
I still think Mario Party 8 is great. I know a lot of people are like on the fence about it. I feel like Mario Party 8 is sort of like Super Paper Mario,
Yeah.
um, where it's sort of in the middle grounds. But I love Mario Party 8. I think it's great. But then again, I haven't, I didn't play the GameCube one, so I can't really compare it. But I think it's a great game from what I can tell.
Yeah, 8 is good. I just for me the thing with 8 is I just didn't like the over reliance on motion controls.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Um,
I don't even remember that, but I could totally see that have happened.
yeah,
See how that
I
is.
mean it lends to good laughs. I mean, I know this is gonna sound suggestive, but like the shake it up mini game where like Mario's doing a very suggestive hand motion, like you get a laugh out of that as an adult. But it's like I don't know, I just hate having to waggle and you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, so new Mario Party would be good if it's
Good.
if it's better if it's good. Exactly.
Yeah, 'cause I think Super Mario Party is like how I kind of view Color Splash. It's like it's definitely better
Yeah.
than what was before, but nowhere near its original charm.
Yeah. Also maybe like well, maybe I shouldn't get into that. I was going to say also maybe like Luigi's Mansion 3.
I
But
was gonna say that. I held back.
but let's not
I held back on that. I was like, I was
Yeah.
gonna say, I was like, Paper Mario.
Yep. So
But I mean, I agree. I mean, I think Luigi Mansion 3 is better in that.
yeah,
Like,
I
I like Luigi Mansion.
it's much
3.
better I think than Color Splash
Oh yeah,
compared to its like respective franchise.
yeah. But we won't talk about me having negative opinions about Luigi's Mansion.
All right, so we could take a moment to read the chat because we're actually almost done with all the stuff we want to get through.
Yeah, it's crazy. We've only streaming. We haven't even been streaming for an hour.
Yeah,
Crazy.
we concise. All right. Well, yeah, 45 minutes. So pretty good length. Wii games in general are annoying to even emulate because of motion controls. That's a good point. Like I know you can get Dolphin emulated Wii games pretty easily, but yeah, like I don't know how to hook up a Wii remote to a PC.
Yeah, like is Wiimote even Bluetooth?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's just a Wii remote.
Yeah, I mean,
mean,
there's no way to
I'm
plug it
pretty
in
sure-
via USB because it's got such a weird port on the bottom.
Yeah, and then like how like there's no sensor. Like you can't have a sensor bar hooked. So how do you?
It's true. I got a sensor bar right here though, which you can sort of see up on top of
Oh,
my
you do?
monitor.
Yeah.
But like you can't be too close. I when I use it, I actually have to like go back a bit. So.
Yeah, because then it starts flickering. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm. Chris, I must go. I'll see you later. Okay, Ellie. You're like, I know you're in like the other room of the house right now. Super Mario 128 revival should happen. Exactly. Remember that Mario 128 demo where like it's like 100 Marios on like a
Marios.
disc?
Yeah,
It's like, yeah.
and they're always rolling around. I mean,
Yep.
I think that should be like a free eShop game or something.
Yeah. That's like what the Toads have become. Just a large swarm of Marios.
Yeah, I mean, what game was it? It was one of the Mario and Luigi games where like it was just a bunch of toads that were like all big and bloated, rolling around
yeah.
like stupid.
Oh, which one was that? I think it
Was that Dream Team or was that?
It wasn't Dream Team. It was
it
either Bowser's
Paper
Inside
Jam?
Story. It was either Bowser's Inside Story or Partners in Time.
It was Bowser's Inside Story because it definitely wasn't Partners in Time. So it has to have been Bowser's Inside
Must
Story.
have been. I love that one.
Yeah, I don't. I fell off after Bowser. Oh, actually, no, I did like Bowser's because it was after that I mean, I never played Dream Team, and I heard Paper Jam was crap. So
Yeah, I didn't play Dream Team. That was where I stopped, which I'm totally happy with. I actually loved Dream Team when I played it, but was totally not interested in Paper Jam.
yeah, it's like just a crossover that didn't really need to happen, but
Yeah. A pretty creative title though. I mean, Paper Jam. It's kind of funny. It's also
Yeah.
like
But I think like in a okay, here we go by Paper Mario again. I think the paper puns work for a Mario and Luigi Paper Jam because that game's not about paper. So like you're adding all these paper elements in the paper.
That's
puns
true.
make more sense.
It's like, hey,
Like-
Mario and Luigi Paper Jam. Like this is the one with Paper Mario in it. There you go. You know, it makes sense.
Yeah. Hey Severus, how are you? I came
Hey,
in a little bit late,
Severus.
but hey.
Welcome.
But yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's six in there.
Speaking of, who knows what's gonna happen with the Mario and Luigi games? Unfortunately.
I think Nintendo really goofs by putting the remakes on the 3DS. I mean,
I know.
like Superstar Saga is whatever, but Bowser's Inside Story, like that game you could play on the 3DS with the DS card. Like,
Yeah,
it didn't make sense. Like,
it's true. You could already play. Oh man, yeah. I mean, something that does interest me though about if they did bring, or if they were to have, or are to ever bring those games to the Switch, is like how would they look with with kind of HD graphics? Because it's like, would it look? I wonder if it would look sort of like Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle, which is sort of like a sort of similar in a way. I don't know.
I don't think. I think I'm trying to think of something. I don't think of. I mean, at least me. I personally think they'd actually go for a more unique art style, like almost like Mario RPG, except obviously a lot more modern.
I love
like,
the art style of that game.
Yeah, because in Mario and Rabbids, Mario's model was very standard, but like in Mario and Luigi, you could tell Mario and Luigi have like a different style to
Yeah,
them.
for sure. There's something about it, and I don't know how that would translate to more pixels. Essentially, you know, like how would it look? Almost like if they went for a sort of hand drawn look, that might be interesting. But yeah, like I'd be curious to see if someone's ever taken any of those Mario and Luigi games and plopped them into an emulator and then just upscaled it. Like I'd be curious to see what that looks like.
Yeah.
So,
but let's see. I hate how Nintendo desperately tried to keep the DS alive. Let me show you the two most disappointments in my whole entire life. No, not that one. There's this one, and where's the other one?
At least by this point, I feel like they're finally done trying to keep the 3DS alive.
Yeah,
that's the impression I get.
The biggest angers in my life.
Yep.
Like, just makes me so mad every time I look at them.
Both
I like
great games.
Yeah.
But ruined by the fact that they're on the 3DS.
Yeah.
In the year that they were released for the 3DS.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I love my 2DS XL. It's actually a really cool system.
You know, I wanted to get the 2DS XL or the new 2DS because it looks really nice. It looks like a nice system.
It's really sleek. Like the screen's really big. It's a really nice system, but it just came out too late.
Mm-hmm. It looks like a flip open like iPhone on the top. Like it looks like just straight up an iPhone.
Yeah, it basically is. It's actually really dope. You know, because cool. I didn't like the 2DS design, and I didn't care much for the 3D. So like that was a perfect system for me.
Yeah.
But.
Cool. Well, our last topic here that we wrote down is just taking questions from the viewers and just kind of chatting, which we've already been doing for a little while. But if you guys got any more questions for us before we wrap things up.
Yeah, swarm us. Absolutely drown us.
Exactly.
Oh, wait. Joseph actually did have a question. Have you ever played a game called Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights?
I have not. There's one. There's.
Boy.
Ooh. Yeah, there's one Scooby-Doo game I played on PC back when I was a little kid. That's it. It's like a Wild West kind of thing. Actually, I'm gonna go grab it. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I played Scooby-Doo games for like a long time. My favorite is Mystery Mayhem. Like Mystery Mayhem is the best one. So.
Okay.
Your sister said the VC Scooby-Doo game is the best.
Really? Okay, well, maybe this is it. I don't know, because I assume there would be multiple. But this is a whole binder of all my PC games, like my childhood PC games growing up. This binder has so much nostalgia packed into it. But I'm going to try to find that Scooby-Doo one. So there's Pajama Sam. I don't know if anyone ever played that. But that game's the best. Lots of Blue's Clues.
Pretty solid.
Reader Rabbit. Math Rabbit. Where's the Freddy? There's Freddy Fish. Nancy Drew, Dinosaur Adventure 3D. DC Universe Online. Hotel Giant. Oh my god, where's the Scooby-Doo one? There's Barbie. Huggly Saves the Turtles.
I've never heard of any of these games.
No, has anyone played these? Huggly Saves the Turtles. It's kind of hard to see. Anyways, well,
are all those games from like the late 2000s, early 2010s? Yeah. Okay,
or early 2000s, like PC education games for little kids.
Okay.
Ellie's freaking out right now. Yeah. She and I played these growing up. Anyways, it was a Scooby-Doo like Wild West one. I can't find it. But it was cool. There's like a game where you joust. Like you play as Freddy, I think, and like you joust the ghost guy.
Wait a minute.
It freaked me out as a kid.
Wait a minute. Is it based on the movie?
Like I remember Ghost Town or something.
Because I remember there's a scene in the movie where literally Freddy jousts the ghost. Because I had a Scooby-Doo game too. That was it was
Scooby-Doo Showdown in Ghost Town.
Okay, no, that's not what I had. I had Monsters Unleashed, but I never played that one.
Yeah, it freaked me out as a kid, like big time.
Yeah, I never, because like all of my PC games from when I was a kid or from the 90s. So I played Roller Coaster and Zoo Tycoon. I played Putt Putt, Little Howie's Fun House. Like I played a lot of like the 90s stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah, but I didn't play much PC. Oh, I guess I did if I played all those, but
I played Super Mario 63 on PC a lot, which is like a website, like a Flash game that someone made, but it's essentially a 2D side-scrolling like platforming version of Mario 64, except Flood is in it. And there's there's Power Stars too, so it's like a weird combination of Galaxy, Sunshine, and 64, and it's 2D, but they recreated all the levels. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's like a Newgrounds, right? Like a Newgrounds game.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh hey, Ellie says Zoo Tycoon. Zoo Tycoon.
Maybe we did.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
We must have played that. I have no idea.
They're classics. But of course, Activision bought it out and ruined it completely.
Yeah.
Because like I think they have a Roller Coaster Tycoon game on the Switch. I don't know how good that is.
Yeah. Like, I've heard about that. I was vaguely interested in it, but I lost all interest after like 5 minutes.
Yeah, Roller Coaster Tycoon was good. Like the 90s games were good, and then they kind of got ruined. I think there's one that was really good, but then it got pulled off the shelf. I don't know. Have you guys ever played a game called Tasmanian Tiger? Hold on.
I have not.
Aha. Benefits of being a game collector. I have it. I played it. It's pretty good. They remade it for the or not remade. They remastered it for the Switch, I believe.
Oh.
But it's digital only. So.
Oh dang.
Yeah, I know.
What's the point of being a games collector when it's digital only?
Tell me about it. Like it's a tragedy.
It's like, hey, you want to see my game collection? Let me just pull out my Switch here and walk you through my library.
Yeah, exactly. Wait, what kind of? Oh, I thought you had different. Wait.
These
you have a green one. Oh,
these are the watermelon ones, sort of.
Oh,
it's like the pink and green.
Oh, because the pink looked weird for me for a second. Maybe I'm just blind, but wow.
I mean, under certain lighting, it looks just like the original red and blue. You know, it's kind of similar.
It messed with my head for a second there. I was like, what?
And I've actually got a what's it called? I've got a D-brand skin on the console itself, actually wrapping around the entire console and the bezels, so like you can't even see the logo in the back. So it looks all. Oh wait, where am I? It looks like all flat and nice. It's very cool. Anyways,
I'm sorry for you, Zach. It's okay. I mean, I can always play the original. So.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions?
Oh wait. If you guys have to choose. Oh no. He's basically asking PS5 or Xbox Series X.
PS5.
PS5 so far. I mean,
it's got exclusives, and also like that Spider-Man game looks real fun, and just the console itself is a beast. I love it compared to just the refrigerator of Xbox.
Well, hey, the PS5 is a router also,
That's
and then
true.
you have a Switch, which is like a toaster. So I mean,
yeah.
Go for weird designs. I mean, hey. I mean, GameCube was weird back when it was a thing, so.
It's true. And it still is.
It still is, but I love it. It's
yeah.
like a lunchbox. But I'm going to reserve judgment until I see Xbox's full event. But personally, the PlayStation has more exclusives, but I like Xbox's exclusives more. So it has fewer of them, but I like granted, most of the ones I like have not been seen in years, like Banjo-Kazooie and Left 4 Dead. Like they're gone now. I don't know what they're doing with them, but like if like the PS5 just had their event, if Xbox comes out and saying, listen, there's gonna be a new Left 4 Dead game and there's gonna be a new Banjo-Kazooie game, I'm getting the Xbox. If they don't say anything like that, I'll go for the PlayStation probably.
I probably won't get either.
True. I'll get them on a
But
sale or something.
yeah, but the Spider-Man game is huge for me, or the Miles Morales one looks super cool. Um, and yeah,
Let's see. Joseph asked if I like Batman. Not much of a superhero guy. Marvel or DC. I don't really follow it much. Ooh, next level games are intelligent systems. So basically, Luigi's Mansion developers or Paper Mario developers. um, uh,
um, the next level do the Donkey Kong Country games, or is that
no,
someone else?
that's you're thinking of retro. Next level is Luigi's Mansion,
Okay,
the Luigi's Mansion games, and
I
Punch
get
Out.
them all mixed up.
Oh, and Metroid Prime Federation Force, for what it's worth. You see, I'll say next level games only because it's like they've at least looked at the feedback from Dark Moon and addressed some things. They brought back the human ghosts. They put it all in one mansion. There's no stupid mission mode. So they've at least listened. With Paper Mario, I mean, I don't know much about Origami King just yet, but it seems like there's not that much change.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I'd have to go. Uh, wait, which one did you say? I'm already getting them mixed
I
up.
said next level games.
Okay, yes, I say next level games as well because I can't say intelligent systems because their name is a lie. Partial one just because of it's funny, but two because they're not even the same people as like when the original Paper Mario's were made. You know, like it's a different group now, anyways. Which I mean, next level might be the same way, anyways. The same way too, but like at least next level, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, like I respected next level when they said at E3, like after Luigi Mansion 3 was shown off more, they're like, yeah, we read the forums, we learned about what people. I'm like, I respect that. Like even if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a huge fan of the game at the end of the day,
Yeah,
I respect that they're at least willing to go onto the forums and look at what people have to say.
yeah, for sure. Yep.
Um, I'm and Suburbs asked what we think of Last of Us 2. I'm pretty sure neither of us played it, right? So
Don't
we'll
play it.
move
Slash didn't
on.
play it.
Yeah. ND Cube or Camelot. So that's Mario Party developers
Camelot.
versus, yeah, Camelot definitely. Like I did not really like Mario Tennis Aces, but I think I liked it more than Super Mario Party.
Yeah,
So
and I have
that's
hope, right? I have hope for the future of, Mario sports games, right? I think if they made another baseball or Sluggers, it would be good.
yeah. Well, they didn't make Sluggers.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That's Bandai. They made golf and tennis.
Oh,
They didn't, and Strikers is next level games. So they make
okay.
tennis and golf.
Well,
Mario Golf has always been good, so I have faith for the next Mario Golf game.
yeah, I enjoyed World Tour. I think it was on the 3DS, which like isn't even one of the best ones, but like I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, Toadstool Tour. I mean, the GameCube Mario Sports games
Yeah,
are just unbeatable.
for sure. And I just don't really like ND Cube for what they did to Mario Party.
Yeah, they just
It
completely
just
ruined it. Like, I mean, they made Wii Party, but
yeah, Wii Party U and Wii Party. Eh.
eh.
Retro Studios, or Splatoon / Animal Crossing devs.
Probably Retro Studios, because I mean, Split. First of all, I never really played Animal Crossing, so I can't speak on Animal Crossing. But with Splatoon, I like Splatoon quite a bit, but I feel like there's still just a lot of little issues that they didn't really fix from one. Like the map rotation system sucks.
Yeah.
The fact that you can only play Salmon Run at certain times of the day, depending on whatever the developers feel like it, that sucks.
Yeah.
So yeah, but with
You
Studios,
still have to watch the Squid Sister, or like Pearl and Marina, when you turn on the game every time, I think. Or at
yeah,
least it's
you can't even
automatically
skip
that
it.
way.
Yeah, you can't even skip it. And
Yeah.
with Retro Studios, they brought back Donkey Kong Country. They made it really, really good. The Metroid Prime games have always been good. So,
Yeah. I'd probably go retro as well.
but you've played Animal Crossing, so I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I love Splatoon and Animal Crossing. I just think retro's a little more kind of retro. I think is a little more like risky and in the things that they try. I mean, Splatoon, I don't know, because Splatoon is very off the walls. Splatoon is crazy and unique on its own. But I don't know. I think retro. Something about retro games. I trust. I feel like they're gonna do a pretty good job with whatever they have. Whereas like all of the issues that Splatoon 2 didn't address from the first Splatoon kind of made me lose trust a little bit in those developers. Like, are you really listening to the feedback? Like, I mean, that map system, it's awful. Like, you're like, you have like hours, like you can only play on 2 or 3 maps for like a certain hour, and then like it changes every hour. It's weird.
Yeah, and that was their way of covering their butts when the game only launched with like 6 maps. Like,
Yeah.
and now that all the maps are out, it's like the rare times I hop online, sometimes I'll get some repeating maps. There are some I've played Splatoon 2 at least a bit, but there are still some maps that I've probably never played on before.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Your sister asks, what's her favorite character in Animal Crossing? Rossetti, because he's mean. That's all I can say, because I've never played it much.
That's true. I mean, if we're talking, yeah, I like Rossetti, but if we're talking New Horizons, which he isn't really in, I would say I love Tom Nook. That's a pretty lame answer. But in terms of villagers, my favorite villager that I have is probably Nana. She's like, her design is whatever, but she's just super nice and sweet. I like Nana.
Joseph's asking if I like Spyro the Dragon. I never really played it, to be honest. Like, I didn't grow up with Spyro. I grew up with Crash, but not Spyro.
Yep.
Favorite Koopaling. Is none of the above a viable answer?
Bowser Jr.
Bowser Jr. There we go.
Is he even?
Though, I'm like, I know you probably don't care too much about this, Chris, because like, you know, you're a little bit younger than me, so you like didn't really have this when you were younger. But I had Koopa Kid a lot when I was younger.
Oh yeah.
And then Bowser Jr. just like wiped him off the face of the earth. So I was like, well, that sucks. I liked Koopa Kid.
Yeah. Koopa Kid. I think what was the last game Koopa Kid was in? Was it like Mario Party DS or something?
Mario Party. No, I don't even think he was in DS. I think Junior was in DS. I think Mario Party 7 was the last one he was in.
Okay, because I played a game that Koopa Kid was in. And there were like 3 Koopa Kids that had different colors, but they weren't like characters that were playable as. They were just like on one of the maps or something, and you interacted with them.
Did you play any of the GameCube Mario parties?
No. They might have had like it might have been for the Game Boy.
Yeah, did you play the Game Boy Advance Mario Party?
I guess so. I think I did.
Then that was it. Then that's it.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow, that's an interesting Mario Party for you to play.
Yeah, it's a deep cut. Yeah, I guess I played that at some point.
I'm like one of the rare breeds that actually likes that game. Like, everyone hates on that game because it's not Mario Party. I'm like, it's the Game Boy Advance. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, let's get a couple more questions. I think we're at about an hour right now, a little over. So we'll do a couple more questions and then we'll probably wrap it up here. Let's see. Mario Kart 8 / ARMS team or Smash team? Mario Kart. ARMS doesn't even matter. Mario Kart.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking of ARMS. I'm gonna go with Smash. I mean, I like Mario Kart more, but the dedication that Smash has put in to like bringing a lot of characters in and bringing back characters that haven't been Smash in a while is really
that's true.
Cool, so.
In terms of that stuff, I'd probably say Smash too. But in terms of like personal enjoyment, I'd say Mario Kart.
Okay, then yeah, if you talk about personal enjoyment, then yeah, Mario Kart. But I feel like they were lazy with the characters in 8. So.
Yeah.
Oh God, DJM with the sports ones: baseball, tennis, or strikers.
Baseball.
One.
I gotta go baseball.
I'm torn between baseball and tennis. And I'm pretty sure everyone's gonna be like, "You didn't pick strikers? What? Strikers is the best." Yeah, I probably have to go with baseball because it's got like a unique like the music.
Oh, the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's so good. Oh.
Yeah, and the character roster has always been good with Mario Baseball. So yeah, I'm gonna go with baseball.
But I mean, yeah, Strikers is great. I love Strikers for like obviously the personality of it. It's awesome. I love like in Strikers Charged, how it starts with like Mario and Bowser on top of this like plane thing, and they jump out and like skydive into the arena, and it's so epic. It's so cool.
Yeah, I wonder because it's made by Next Level Games. I wonder how, if they did do another Mario Strikers, I wonder if it would be like toned down with the edginess or with the mood. I wonder. Yeah. Like maybe that's why they're holding off on making it because like. Yeah,
probably. Let's see. What else?
Kirby Air Ride 2? I don't think it's likely.
But I'd love to see it happen.
Yeah, though. we did get a new Pokemon Snap, so
True. Anything's possible.
Austin, anything's
Yeah.
possible.
Favorite YouTubers?
Hmm.
Um,
CC Media, definitely check him
yeah,
out.
ZakPak. ZakPak's pretty great. I'd have to look through my subscriptions box, but the ones
Yeah.
I've watched for the longest time, I've watched like Game Explain and the Bit Block, both since I was like 11, long time. But others that I like are Arlo, Game Theorists, Matt Pat, Scott the
Matt Pat.
Waz. Yeah, a lot of great
Yeah.
YouTubers.
I'm kind of in the same boat. I've been watching Game Explain and the Bit Block for, I mean, I wasn't 11 at the time, but I was probably like 14, 15
Yeah.
when I started watching
So similar
them.
amount of time.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
5, or no, like 6, 7 years.
Mhm.
Then let's see. So yeah, them. I like watching. A lot of people know I like Dashy Games. I love him. He's hilarious. I've been getting into people like Scott the Waz recently.
Nice.
Because like I didn't really know much about who he was until like the past couple months.
Yeah.
But then I watched his video and I really liked his humor. His
Yeah.
more like what, not dry humor. What's the term? Like
It's yeah, it's pretty dry, kind of deadpan humor.
Yeah, I really like it.
Yeah, I saw his thumbnails for the longest time, but I would never click on him. I was just like, oh, I recognize that guy from his thumbnails. And then one time I clicked on a video and I loved it, so I've watched him ever since.
Yeah, his humor's really good. I love it like when he like basically his jump cuts are like perfectly timed. Like
he's good with the comedic timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I can really think of at the moment. Let's see.
We can do let's do like 2 more questions. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
All right, make them good, you guys.
Yeah,
Good
questions.
question.
Count. I have no clue what Cal the kangaroo is.
Yeah, me neither.
Can't comment on that. So that won't count.
That doesn't count.
HAL Labs made the original Pokemon Snap. HAL Labs. Oh, they made Smash, right? The original Smash ones, like 64 and Melee. And then they also make Kirby Air Ride. Yeah, because HAL is Sakurai, right? All right. Or they teamed up with Sakurai. I don't know.
I have no idea. HAL Labs is one of those ones I've heard of, but I don't really know who they are.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain.
I saw it just slowly fall
out. What game even was it? Oh, it was Paper Mario. Hey, yeah, HAL Labs. Yeah, Smash Brothers. Okay.
You know, there's something weird about my Paper Mario. You look for a question. I'm gonna go grab my Paper Mario box because there's something weird about it that I want to show you.
You are good. His last game was Kirby Air Ride. Oh, okay. Sakurai Store Unlimited. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. Like, I know obviously Sakurai works in Smash, so I didn't.
All right, I'm back, but I can't hear nothing. Give me just a second.
Oh, don't tell Chris. Oh, hi.
All right, hello. Okay.
Let's see.
I wanted to grab my Paper Mario box, my 1,000-Year Door, because if you take a close look, I got it. Yes. So I got it from GameStop, or from somewhere. Maybe it wasn't GameStop, but it was like pre-owned, and so they had their crappy store thing. It's a GameCube box, and it's got the disc, but didn't have the cover, and so I straight up ripped it off and printed the Paper Mario 1,000-Year Door cover and just taped it on, and it works pretty good.
You should have seen when I was like, this is like, I'm talking like when I was like 12, maybe 11, 12. And I had a copy of Mario Party 5 and it was disc only. And or not disc only, but just in case, whatever. And I wanted artwork. But at the time, I didn't really know how to print off case art because it was like, over 10 years ago. So what I did is I got a white sheet of paper. I got like a old magazine that had pictures of Mario characters in it, and I cut them out and I just like put it on a scanner, and I made custom cover art. Like I think one of my oldest videos from, because I did YouTube. I started YouTube in 2012, so I think at that point I still had that case. So it's probably visible on that video, like the awful case I made.
Wow, that's very creative though. It's a great solution.
Yeah. All
right, two more questions.
All right, you choose one, I'll choose one.
Okay. fly in here? Let's see. Okay, well, DJM Sketch asked a little while ago, what would you guys want from a new Kirby game? I want it to try a lot of new things and not to play it safe in any regard. I think that's what plagued whatever the Kirby game is on Switch. It's just pretty simplistic, and it's like, yeah, it's good. But I'd love to see a Kirby game just totally go off the walls and try something new.
I think it should go for a 3D platformer route.
Ooh.
Personally.
I agree.
I think it could work with Kirby's unique moveset. It could especially the fact that Kirby can hover jump a little bit.
Yeah.
It could lend to more unique platforming.
Yeah.
I think it could work.
That's a great point. I would totally see that. Yeah, anything that isn't, I would not want it to be another 2D platformer. I'd prefer for it to be a 3D platformer, but if it's a Kirby Air Ride, that would also be awesome.
Yeah, if it was a 2D platformer, they'd have to make some stylized changes as well as I think it would work if they not exactly like Cuphead, but a more hand-drawn style, I think could work for.
Yeah.
But then again, that also lends to the crafty nature of a lot of Nintendo games nowadays, with how crafty Kirby and Yoshi have gotten in general.
And Paper Mario.
And Paper Mario. So yeah.
Yeah, if it was just another 2D platformer, they'd have to do a lot to justify that, you know.
Yeah. They had the what was it, the free-to-play Kirby 2D platformer that came out, right?
Yes.
Kirby Clash.
Kirby is Clash something?
Clash.
I don't know. Yeah.
Kirby Clash of the Titans. I don't know. But
Kirby Clash of Clans.
Clash of Clans.
All right, you pick a question.
All right. Okay, Joseph asks an interesting one. If you were making a sequel to one of your favorite games, what would you call it? That's hard.
That's a real good question. If we were back in the Wii U days, it would be a sequel to the Super Mario Galaxy games, and I would call it Super Mario Universe.
Ooh. That's an interesting one.
But we're not in the Wii U days, so I got to think of something else.
Well, actually, I guess that does make sense, though, technically, because Super Mario Galaxy, but there's multiple galaxies, so Universe actually makes more sense.
It does, yeah, exactly. They could still do that. It just they wouldn't use the U as a pun for the Wii U, which would probably be for the better. I would do another Paper Mario game. And since they already did stickers and paint, I would make this one about origami, and it would be called Paper Mario Into the Fold. Wait a minute. That's already happening. That's everyone was joking about that back when Color Splash came out. I was like, oh, what's the next one going to be about? Origami? And that's what people said. And then sure enough, that's what it was. So,
yeah. I think next time, here's my predictions for the next Paper Mario game. The thing that's going to terrorize the Paper Mushroom Kingdom is an army of scissors.
Yeah.
And you have to collect these magical pieces of tape to restore order and put everything back together. That's going to be the next one, I'm telling you.
That's going to be it. You got it. That's it right there.
Yeah, we should clip that and save that for 10 years time when it actually comes out. I guess for my answer, I kind of have two, but the first one doesn't really even count. It's just going to be a shameless plug. For Luigi's Mansion, I would just call it Luigi's Mansion 4 because the I don't know, Luigi's Mansion, then subtitle Dark Moon, and then bringing it back to a subtitle would be really, really weird.
Yeah,
I don't make it almost feel like a spin-off, so I wouldn't really do that. But I'm doing a Luigi Mansion 4 project thing, so check that out.
Exactly.
But I'm thinking of Battle for Bikini Bottom. Because a YouTuber by the name of, I believe it was it David? No, it wasn't David. One of the people that are in the relief that I'm a part of, did a whole video about the possible ideas of a sequel for Battle for Bikini Bottom. It got me thinking what could be a really cool subtitle? Because obviously it wouldn't be Battle for Bikini Bottom 2. I would do SpongeBob SquarePants Bikini Bottom Under Siege.
Ooh.
Where it's everything's taking over Bikini Bottom. I don't know. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah.
I like it. Cool.
Paper Mario Tape Trooper.
Tape Troopers, yeah. That's
Or
good.
I think like for my idea for the new Paper Mario game with the scissors, Paper Mario, the final cut.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Paper Mario, cut it out.
Cut it out.
That was the Snipper Clips tagline, so that would be stolen. The final cut. I like that.
Oh my god, Stradlix. My idea for new Crash game is to call it Crash Bandicoot. It's about time. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh man.
Oh.
All right. Well, I guess that pretty much wraps it up. We did our final 2 questions. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Zach, thank you so much for being here.
And we'll have to do it again sometime.
Exactly. We'll see for Gameplay Friday this week. Who knows? Or next week. Who knows what might happen? It might end up being a battle for Bikini Bottom. In which case, if I'm playing through that horde mode, I will definitely give you a call. So.
Definitely.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This has been a lot of fun. Appreciate your support and your engagement in the chat. So yeah. All right, Zach, how about you take a moment to plug your channel? It's in the description, but you can still plug anyways.
Yeah. I cover lots of gaming stuff. Recently, it's been a lot of Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated because I like to cover games like a lot ready to release. But then once Battle for Bikini Bottom's done, probably go into Paper Mario a bit, but I'll probably have a lot more variety. There's going to be a lot of different stuff. So hopefully you guys are down to learn and talk about video games. Woo.
Awesome. We'll definitely go check him out, and he and I will be doing all sorts of collab videos and streams in the future as well. So, all right. Thanks again, guys, and we will see you later.
Later, guys.
Okay.